Nice to meet you.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
It's early for you right now, right?
I'm in Vegas right now, and it's 8.
Oh,
So
got it, got it. You're originally from Hawaii, right, Sam?
yeah, I've been living in Hawaii. I was born in Hawaii, but I was raised in Samoa
Mm,
and in the South Pacific.
yep.
I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Yeah.
And then I moved back to Hawaii for college, and basically been living there. I think a little over 20 years. So
Oh, wow.
and I'm actually in Vegas right now. I'm gonna move back to Samoa on my
Awesome.
way. So I gotta catch a flight out of LA. Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, well, I mean, thank you so much for, taking your time out of Saturday to to do this Charter Spotlight interview. I would love to learn more about kind of like your story because I've seen you in the Discord and things like that. And you're a pretty big active person in the community, but would just love to hear more about your background and how you got into trading and things like that.
Yeah. So my background is I've over the last almost 12 years I've been in law enforcement, a police officer in the Honolulu Police Department, and I did love my job, and um, yeah, it was challenging at times, but was definitely something I love to do. When I go to work, it's like wasn't like I'm dreading going to work,
Yeah.
but it was always something new every day, and it was good. But I spent a lot of time at work, and I have 3 boys right now. So my eldest is 11, and the next one is 10, and my youngest is 5. So most of the time I would average maybe 60 more hours a week
Wow, it's a lot.
at work. Yeah, it was a lot of time away from family, and basically that's what started me with looking around for ways to invest so I can spend more time with my kids instead of working a lot of overtime. Um, we love to travel and stuff, so um, and of course that me and my wife always wanted to get nice things for our kids, and we had to go to buy a house and all that, which we did.
Mhm.
So um, I worked a lot of hours just to so we can do fun things and travel and stuff like that. But I wanted something, find something on the side to help me spend more time with my family.
Yeah.
So so I got into trading. I tried different strategies, followed a few people, kind of like your dad's story. You spent a lot of money on training,
Yeah.
buying different programs. Um, I want to say it's been like well, almost 3 years since I started,
Yeah.
and I was trying to piecemeal everything together, um, watching different YouTube videos. So what happened was, I think you guys' Facebook ad kept popping on my Facebook. And honestly, it's persistent, but
Person.
but there was a few times I was like, who are these two guys? They don't know what they're doing. I kept, closing
Ignoring.
it,
Yeah.
ignoring. But it kept popping up on my Facebook. I'm like, it's like, what do I have to lose, right?
Yeah.
And this was April. This is April. So I clicked on it, and then um, there was a small presentation in the right. There's
Yep.
a little video presentation. What got me was the wrinkle charts, the whole principle
Yep.
of the
The
getting in
noise.
on the beginning of wave three
Yep.
of the elite wave theory and going up. So to me, just from the small experience I had in trading, I'm like, man, if these guys can really teach me how to get in the beginning of an up wave trend and the beginning of a downtrend, just knowing that alone, I saw the potential
Yep.
in um, in maximizing my profits with trading. So I thought to myself, if these guys can really teach me how to do this, it's a real game changer for me. So I filled out the survey, and then I forgot the guy's name. Called me. We talked. We talked for almost an hour, and he didn't try, to push the program in me or try to sell it. And you know what I mean? He was more concerned about making sure he answered all my questions. And when it came to the part with signing up, I was like, oh man, I gotta. Sorry, I'm looking up his name. Edwin. It was
Edwin. Yep.
Edwin. Yeah, Edwin called him. So I asked for how much the program was. I'm like, okay, that's it's still cheaper than some of the other things that were out there. There's guys that were charging like 20 grand just to give you picks, and not tell you when to get in and when to get out or why they're picking those stocks. So I took a leap of faith and I signed up. And from the time I signed up, I think I finished all the 6-week modules in almost 3 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah. So my wife and my kids are in Samoa right now.
Yeah.
They left last year in September because my father-in-law had cancer.
Sorry to hear.
So, yeah. So I haven't seen my family since September last year. So, I told my wife, I just before signing up with Stock Navigators, I told my wife I'm just gonna resign instead of the borders between between anywhere in the world and Samoa is closed right now. They only had one positive case and no deaths. So
got it.
So they're really strict about people going in and out. So it was hard. I mean, it's impossible right now to just go visit my family and come back until things settle down. So, anyways, I signed up. Just prior to signing up, the plan was I resigned from the department and focus on trading to provide income, so I can move home to Samoa. And then I found Stock Navigators. So before joining Stock Navigators, I ran some numbers and did some estimation, and I figured I could make maybe 8,000 to 10,000 a month on a high end, maybe on a low end 6,000 to 8,000 if I play my cards right, trading with the strategies I knew at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I finished the 6-week module in 3 weeks because as I was watching it, and I had time because I just worked and came home. My family wasn't there, so but they motivated me to learn more. You know what I mean? So when I started watching it, it's like, man, this is legit. The things I was learning, I was like, wow, it was blowing me away because I was like, this is powerful. Like I said earlier, just knowing alone when to get in the beginning of a trend or
Yep.
a downtrend, and how to really manage your risks. So I kept watching and watching. Um, every time I had spare time, I would watch the videos. So um, I was trying to line it up with when I resigned. And so I resigned in May 15th. And I was still trading simulations until maybe 2.5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So when I was doing the simulations, it was hard at first,
Yep.
just trying to apply everything at the same time, losing money. But the thing is simulations, right?
Yep.
Because when I first started trading right off the bat, I used real money, and
Yes.
losing real money was crazy.
Yep.
So yeah, my first week trading live after switching from simulations, I was nervous and stuff.
Yep. Normal.
You know.
It's normal.
Yeah. So, I was going real conservative. I was making like 800, 500, 700.
A day?
So, yeah, a day.
A day.
And then, and I was moving and stuff, packing and shipping stuff. Then, over the weekend, I finally settled everything. I sold everything, ready to move. I'm ready to move back to Samoa. I took that weekend to just recalibrate, refocus, go over things and watch Abby's videos and Boo's videos and Tom's videos. And to prepare myself for my first real week of trading, unfocused and focused and everything. And, I've got everything off my plate as far as moving. And yeah, the first day I made $13,000.
Wow.
The very next day I made $12,000.
Wow.
And 1 week I made $39,000. So
wow.
it was blowing me away because, when I did the simulations and I did do the numbers, I said, based on, I try to do 2 to 3 contracts of the ES.
Yep.
And see how well I do with that. And with my pension from my job that I was rolling over, I estimated that with the profits I was making with 2 to 3 contracts, if I multiply that by the capital I have to work with, I was telling my wife, hey, can I make 10,000 a day? But I was like, that with simulations, like, it's hard, like you're like, oh, can I really make that?
Yep.
So, but yeah, that first day, and when I was doing simulation, I was just trying to teach myself to not be greedy. So I would only trade 1 hour or 2, and if I hit 2,500, I'll just shut down for the day.
Yep, you got to be disciplined.
Yeah, but I don't know. My first day when I did it, when I made 13,000, it's like after the first 2 hours, I was just on a roll. So I was like, man, I'll just keep this. I didn't have that greed feeling come in. I just had that. When you're playing basketball or any sports, when you're shooting and
you're in the zone. When you're in the zone, you don't have to think.
In the zone, you just keep shooting. You know what I mean? So I was like, I'll just I'll just keep going until see what happens. So yeah.
Awesome. That's amazing to hear. So I think what it sounds like is how was your trading before the program? Were you kind of just using a bunch of different strategies you were learning online?
Yeah, mostly cover calls.
Yeah.
Mostly cover calls. the problem was cover calls was um, the guy I was learning from. Um, he didn't teach anything about counting how to. Basically, I didn't know where the stock was, what
Yep.
trend, if it was the end of the uptrend. So a lot of times when I was doing cover calls, it was almost at the big sell zone. So I do a cover call,
Yep.
and then the stock tanks, and then the guys learning from was like, oh, no worries, it's gonna come back, and it kept going down. There's 5 ways down.
Yeah.
So there's periods of time, if that I would have to wait before I start making money again.
Yes.
And yeah, it was like that. It was basically I was gambling, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, even though I learned these things from these guys, and it was all right, but without knowing what I learned from stock navigators, it's gambling. And I traded without a stop loss.
Yes. But now you see what happens when you can analyze a chart well, right? A to Z. Like, it's honestly like you can read it like musical notes, right?
Yeah. So when the pandemic hit, we were on a cruise to the Caribbeans, and I lost $30,000 one day.
Wow.
Yeah. But I mean, I told myself, justifying to myself that I need 80,000 year to date. You know what I mean? So I mean, between 2019 and 2020. So I was like, I made 50 because I lost 30 in one day. But yeah.
Yeah, but now I see you in our Discord channel. You're pretty consistently profitable now. So.
Yeah. So I'm still trying to work on the emotions.
Yep.
Part of it. But my experience, even though I didn't have good training, training as far as stock navigators, but I think my experience with trading in the past, and I'm able to stomach, my stop loss.
Yeah.
And it is still less than 2% of my account, but yeah. So yeah, I even though I had a bad experience in the past, it helped me to develop thicker skin, so to speak. So
Got it.
And your dad kind of mentioned, when you find the right time to get in, and you can't, you know what I mean? You don't have the guts to pull the trigger, so to speak, then you miss out. So
yep, exactly.
All those things, my experience from the past prior to stock navigators and what I learned mostly in stock navigators helped me. I think what I learned in the past deals with the emotional part of it.
Yeah.
So I'm not, as greedy as I was when I first started.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, but it does come in every now and then.
Of course, right? It's a daily battle.
Yeah, I deal with it better now.
Yeah.
But it's still a daily.
Yep.
Daily thing.
Awesome, Sam. I mean, I love hearing that story, and obviously thank you for your time as well in the police academy and the workforce there. So, but yeah, I mean, I think hearing your story in terms of like going through those trial and errors and really being able to find your ground in trading and now having that freedom, like what you said, in terms of like being able to work where you want now, and hopefully once the borders open back up, going back to your family, but still being able to do this even though you're retired now essentially. So
yeah. So, and I'm hoping to help some of my friends, just to help them supplement their income.
Yeah.
So for me, the biggest part is time with my family. I'm I'm not in it to get rich or anything. Just if it buys me more time with my family, and which it is doing. So
Yeah, exactly. You just got to be disciplined after those first 2 hours, right? When the market stopped moving, it's just choppy after that. Like, you just got to turn it off, and boom, you have the rest of your day. Make your money in 2 hours.
Yeah. So what I've been doing was, when there's a lot of activity, and then when it slows down, I just close down, and then if I have time towards the end before the market closes, and there's a good trade, I'll jump back in. So,
Yep.
But yeah.
Got it.
But the community has been great. Your dad is a genius, and it's a blessing to, I'm glad I did, give in to those Facebook ads.
Yeah, hopefully, I'm glad they worked as well. So,
and just seeing everyone on the Discord and helping out, giving tips and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, Abby also. It's awesome, and I'm still learning, So.
Yeah. Do you have any final last words for those who are on the fence and don't have enough courage to take the leap of faith?
My last words would be, I've watched all the YouTube videos you can think of, and I've followed a few people. And this thing, Stock Navigators, is the whole package. If you have some experience in trading and basically joining Stock Navigators, you can learn when the uptrend starts and when the downtrend starts, and what stocks are just sideways trending. So yeah, if you have some experience in trading, just knowing that alone, just imagine you can get in the beginning of an uptrend, and if you, depending on the stock, if you know the stock's gonna go up, it just started going up, and you can predict the high probability it's gonna go up, say $40 in the next week, just that one stock alone, and you have the knowledge to analyze any stock. And it's crazy, from what I learned in Stock Navigators, I've been trading with all the trading I've been doing. I don't watch the news.
Yep.
Before that, I watch the news, I'm like, I get worried, and my stock's gonna tank, or your friends would call, hey, you heard this is gonna be the new Tesla, or this is gonna be the next Amazon. None of that mattered now, because we're technical traders. We trade what we see and able to analyze the charts and know where the stock is. There's a high probability where the stock is going. Because I had a problem, some of the stocks that I was in, they made good earnings, but after the earnings came out, it started going down. You know what I mean? So
it doesn't make sense, right? You can't just watch the news. So
yeah. So I think Stock Navigators is a game changer. I'm just excited for the options course to come out.
Yep.
Even I just can't imagine the profits coming from that. But yeah.
Yep. That's right now the timeline for that is, I believe, 6 weeks from now. So it's coming soon. Yep.
Can't wait.
Yeah. Can't wait. Awesome, Sam. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your Saturday. Hopefully you have a safe trip back from Vegas, and thanks for being part of the community and sharing your story. I think it's really going to inspire a lot of people, and obviously keep crushing it, right? This is just the beginning in your trading journey. So
thank you, Tim. And thanks to your dad and Abby and Coco and the whole. It's
awesome.
A blessing to have your dad.
Yep. Sounds good. Thank you so much, Sam. Have a good one.
Take care.